So here we are at Jackie's May 22nd for a monthly cleanup. Today we were able to replace the broken posts, so we have one new one. We removed the rubber that was holding the tree to some post that was redundant, but we're leaving it if we think, the tree is still kind of frail or susceptible to wind. We also took the little girdle fabric pieces off the center of any of them, so we had a couple left. We also got some tree sprouts underneath here with the shears, and then defined this line of the wilderness to the mulch. Did our usual weeding, raking, fluffing through of the beautiful soil pep. We've got the penstemon coming in, peonies coming in. Things are starting to grow over here. I want to zip over to the rock side for a moment because we did spend a lot of today covering up the irrigation lines and the electrical lines, so it should be much more seamless and actually makes a huge difference. We are very, very scarce on these rocks. We even were, stealing from the lower level before it got too exposed. So for now it's covered. I don't know what's going to happen, if this is going to, just erode even more before next month. It probably will, but at least we got it looking good for now. We also took a chunk off of that tree that was broken and bent and dead, but I think these two little guys are going to do just fine. They're kind of cute the way they're shaped, and they're going to grow in and get bigger over time. We replaced another stake over there today with the nice tall round ones, and then all of those little fabric pieces were removed from the trunk. Over here, I want to note there was a dead dianthus, so let's bring a new dianthus right for this spot. I think that pop of color will be really sweet. I think it's the pink variety, so we have a few over there. There's supposed to be one right here. Just really fluffing through the base. We've got the poppies coming up, and another view of that really nice rock area with the covered wires and piping. Lots of grass picked up. We did a little touch up on the I think those are the hydrangeas, where it was definitely dead at the tip from the last winter frost or last storm we got, so that was cleaned up. We've got the iris growing in, the poppies, cute little things, looking very fresh. I'll just walk all the way around back. Shook off the mat, and we've got the sambuca doing just fine back here. It's kind of the best spot. Here's another view. Raked through. Some things are coming back. The irises. We spent some time back here getting the ground cloth covered by the mulch. It was looking a little rough, but really had a lot of time today to dive into these things. So pretty clean. We got the weeds out of this area too. Gonna try to climb down this rock face. Okay. Oh yeah, so this sambuca, so-so, not doing too hot, but it's just on the side. It's just an attempt. We'll see what happens. Okay, tree's looking great. Grass is really starting to grow in back here. I know last time we cut it down even further, tidied up all dead, and it's flawless. It's really coming in. We've got, the cluster of plants coming through, nicely fluffed, coming in. We covered the wires from these guys. The wires were really exposed. Peonies are growing in, the lilies. Tiny dianthus, really small right there. But yeah, lots of stuff coming in. This lavender needs to be replaced. So the lavender and the dianthus up front are the two dead perennials. There's a lot of rocks over here, and I think that's from when they put these light posts in. And Jackie asked us about mulching, so I know next time we're going to be doing the annuals. I will also have mulching on the radar or soil pep. All of this was really well blown out and cleaned up, even the upper level. we got in here and actually raked the lawn because there's so much dead grass and leaves and things, and we had to pop out a lot of thistles, so we just kind of raked through it. Bed was looking nice and fluffed. The thyme, hopefully that'll grow on the edge there. We repositioned the edging, so you can kind of see with this rock here, to put it in deeper and stabilize it because it was just coming up all wonky. We got a lot of the irrigation handled, put it where it should be facing. And there's another view from down here. And up we go. And all the way on this bed, kind of swooped around in the wilderness to clean it up. I want to dip over to the left briefly. The Helleborus is blooming. Things are coming back. Lots of plants are coming in. It's just taking its time over here. You know, these hydrangeas are really taking their time. They look, you know, pretty rough. But otherwise, just letting it go. Weeding, raking, pruning, getting things tidied, picking up sticks and leaves. This is a dead tree. There's another dead tree up front, so we have 2 dead specimens. I'll add photos of them so we can replace them. This is an area that's kind of not how we really want it to be, I think, because in the fall the moisture goes through and some damage, so we're not left with much right here. I think it would be great. You know, we do have like a couple flowering perennials down here, but they're small. Let's throw a hydrangea in, maybe another hydrangea, maybe fence them off so they have a chance against the animals. A couple tall items, some shrubs, and then more flowers to make this feel more intentional. Back here, we did a lot of, and we have been doing a lot of thistle maintenance. Now it's actually looking kind of barren because it was just thistle, and now it's all removed, so maybe we plant some more sage, maybe we plant clover, something that'll overtake the thistle, even though the thistle is probably going to overtake everything. We're doing the best we can, keeping this nice and clean, but we just want to make this look a little bit more intentional. It's looking a little bit barren. So here's a little view again, just going on down there. Okay, and then up here, a lot of dog poop everywhere, but on this upper level, the rock cover is not looking as good as it was, or as the front is. You know, it's kind of coming back a little bit. We're still gonna see what happens there, but it just isn't as strong as when we planted it. The grass is looking nice. Got a little bit of the Jenny growing in some areas, but it could be more lush. Here's another view. So Jenny, grasses, dogwoods, lilies, we'll kind of get that going. There's a view of the Jenny. We tried to shake the soil pep out of the Jenny so it has more space to grow. It feels a little bit suffocated here. We trimmed up the dead off the yews. The irises are starting to bloom. We've got more lilies and grasses all the way up the front. Really dialed it in, cut the dead off of the tips here. Got the peonies coming in so lovely. Rocks looking nice and clean. And then here we are with the planters. I'll take separate photos of these as well. The ones in the shade are doing great. I think the ones in the sunlight are just getting hit a little bit hard. You know, it's a little bit drier. The soil was super duper dry, but the ones in the shade were watered. So we watered all of them today really thoroughly. The pansies, I mean, things are still alive. It's just not ideal water levels. So I think, yeah, see, we could do a little better with that. And there's a view. So overall, not bad, but could be improved upon. And all of this we blew out and swept out as well. There's a view. Yep, and I already went over the front. And so that's the other tree that needs to be replaced. And I'll attach photos of that. And that is our monthly maintenance. Thank you.